What's the deal, world? It's your boy Beisbol. You rocking out with BYC Gaming, and we are back with the New York Mets franchise. This is episode number 26 against our longtime rivals, the Atlanta Braves. You see the 7-line army is in the building for this one, and I'm glad you are. Whether you're watching live or on the playback, salute to you. We appreciate everybody that supports the channel. Today the Mets sending David Peterson out. We'll be rocking the City Connect jerseys. Let's get to work as we get a look at David Peterson's numbers on the day. 3-1 in 7 starts. And he's got a tough one against Atlanta.
Leading off the afternoon for Atlanta, the center fielder, Michael Harris.
All right, starting it off for the Braves is Michael Harris. Here's the first pitch of the game for Peterson. Just misses at the bottom of the strike zone for ball 1. Mets hold the top wild card spot as it stands today. Braves, another team, along with the Phillies and the Mets and the Marlins, that are just in the mix in this AL East. To me, one of the toughest divisions in baseball, along with the NL West. Harris slaps one foul. It's going to be a 1-2 count. So I got some facts today for y'all on the Mets. Was just doing some research, reading some stuff about, Mets history, and took some note of some ones that are interesting. Is Michael Harris going to be set down on strikes, staring at a curveball, first out here in the first. Orlando Arcia is the hitter. Was an all-star last season. 4 home runs, 14 RBIs. Right now he's in an 0-1 count. Pops this one foul. Will it stay in the air long enough for Stewart to get there? That answer is no. It's an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch to Arcia. Swing and a miss. That one goes in the dirt. Alvarez makes a good throw down to first base. And there's 2 gone in the first. So the first little fun fact stat I got for you. A 1985 game versus these Atlanta Braves was one of the longest in history. Now, I actually ended up saving the article, so I'll read it off to you in a second as Bader. I'm going to get under this one that's popped to the warning track. That'll be the 3rd out, and the Mets are going to be due up in the bottom of the first. So I'll come back with that stat about that long game in 85 in just one moment. All right, so the former All-Star Chris Sale comes into the game. Now, the Mets may not have the deepest bench in the sport, but their moxie is second to none. The team has been in 3 of 10 of the longest MLB games in history. Unofficially, a July 1985 meeting with the Atlanta Braves tops them all. Including rain delays, it lasted 8 hours, 15 minutes, with players just slugging their way through water. Right there, Nimmo pops one foul. Austin Riley going to get under it, and that'll be this first out. But the contest ended at 3:55 a.m. with the Mets winning 16-13. That is insane. Football number right there. It's like Jets versus the Falcons. As we get a look at the Mets lineup, 5th best OPS in the National League. Off to a bit of rough start with that pop out. But here comes Jeff McNeil now into the box. 268 on the season. Cooled off a bit in the last couple of games. Let's see what he does here against Atlanta in the second game of the series. We beat Atlanta in game 1. Win picked up by Jorge Lopez. Edwin Diaz got the save. And right now it's a 2-0 count to the Mets second baseman, who today is playing third. Mauricio in at second. Sale throws an 80-mile-per-hour slider away. So this fact right here is one of the coolest ones. I knew this, but it's still kind of cool when you hear it. So the Mets colors, the uniform and whatnot, is inspired by the teams that used to be in the National League for New York a long, long time ago. That being the Giants and the Dodgers. Dodgers being Brooklyn. That's why there's blue with the Mets, and then orange for the Giants, who were one of New York's teams as well. Interesting to think. I don't know how true this is, but are the pinstripes at home for the Mets for the Yankees? I know a lot of us Mets fans don't really want to hear that, but interesting take. Speaking of take, 3-2 count. McNeil takes one upstairs. Francisco Lindor's on deck. It's a full count to Jeff McNeil. And McNeil's going to draw a walk. That's his 9th of the season. And the Mets have a base run wrong with 1 out here in the first. So this one was interesting. Like, this one has to do with Citi Field. As Lindor takes strike one, it says, the Mets made Shea Stadium their home from 1964 to 2008 until the structure was demolished and effectively replaced by the modern Citi Field. It says, during a May 2007 home game, David Wright hit a home run. Ooh, that one at the bottom of the zone. Check swing for a strike. Wright hit a home run off of Mike Myers, and it went out of Shea, and it ended up in Citi Field. That is nuts. Right through the construction, like it went through into the stadium. And then on top of that, David Wright was the first Mets player to hit a home run at Citi Field. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool stat right there. A little fun fact. 1-2 count to Lindor. Ooh, that was a nasty slider. Lindor sat down on strikes. So we'll get a look at the hook from Chris Sale. 10-inch break on that pitch right there. And now Pete Alonso going to step in. McNeil still on first. 2 outs in the bottom of the first. So that one's upstairs. Alonso batting .244, 13 home runs, 30 ribs, 23 walks on the season. That slider's going to give us trouble all day. I can feel it. I think the lefties might have a better chance at it, but that slider coming to right-handers is wicked. Either way, we got 2-ball, 1-strike count. Jeff McNeil's on first. Got me to chase that high fastball upstairs. Count now moves to 2-2. All right, go ahead and make that count full. Another off-speed pitch and another strikeout for Chris Sale. So gives up a walk, but doesn't allow any hits in the inning. Braves due up in the top of the second.
Leading off for Atlanta, the first baseman, Matt Olson.
Matt Olson steps in. Quickly down 0-2. There's a 92-mile-per-hour sinkers in there. Olson puts a good swing on this one and hits it into the corner. Definitely going to be extra bases here. All right, so Olson kicks things off in the second with a stand-up double, his 5th on this season, and the opposite field hit. Gonna put a runner in scoring position for Atlanta. Let's just be fortunate that it wasn't Acuna, one of those guys, because that one sat right there on the wall. Long run for Marte to get to it. He finally does, and it's a double. Oh, I had him. I hesitated. Oh, my goodness, I had him. All right, so 0-1 count to Austin Riley. Make it 0-2. Riley barely able to foul off the changeup. Does foul off the sinker. Count 2-2. It'll stay at 2-2 as that pitch is fouled off.
No, that's a ball. Rivalry, 2 strikes.
This one's going to be popped to right. DJ Stewart, who's got his first action in quite some time, will be there to make the catch. Olsen attacks at third, but there's now 2 outs here. A lot of really good righties in this Atlanta Brave lineup, and that's no different when Ozuna steps into the box. Ooh, swing and a miss. There's a joke that shout out to Top Dog Tim. Y'all might remember him from when we had the series with the 1v1s. He has a really good joke about Ozuna that I just will not say on his stream right now. 0-2 count as Peterson misses with the curveball. Oh my goodness. So Ozuna makes me pay for laughing at the joke in his expense. Base hit up the middle. Matt Olson scores, and the Braves take an early 1-0 lead. So that changeup stays right over the plate. Doesn't have much movement on it. Thankfully, the next pitch, though, is going to be popped up in foul territory. Pete Alonso makes the catch, and the Braves are retired in the second. But not before Marcell Ozuna gives them a slapper up the middle. And quickly, it's a 1-0 game.
Leading up for the Mets, the catcher, Francisco Alvarez.
All right, in steps Francisco Alvarez. How about the Mets? I got another fact for you. The Mets hired Jesse Owens, bro. If you don't know who Jesse Owens is, he's a legendary Olympic track and field sensation. So this is back in like the 50s and whatnot. They hired Jesse Owens as a running coach in 1965. Like, that one I never knew, and I found that to be very interesting. I got a funny stat coming up, maybe in another inning or so. 2-2 count now to Alvarez. Didn't want to give chase, but that fastball was close to the zone. Either way, Alvarez puts it into the bleachers. We got a 2-2 count. Good pitch to hit. That fastball right there, late on it. It's going to be popped to right. And Acuna going to make the catch and retire the first out here in the bottom of the second. Starling Marte steps in. Lately, I've been calling him the best 2-strike hitter on the team. 20 walks on the season, nearly as many as Alvarez and Alonso. That's very impressive. Also touting a .252 batting average with 11 RBIs and 13 runs scored. Changeup misses low. 2-1 count. Thought about chasing that one. We'll take it for a strike. Count now 2-2. Count is now full after the changeup misses away. Harrison Bader, who had a really good game in Game 1 against the Braves, on deck. This one slapped off of Sale's glove. He knocks it down and makes a throw to first, and Matt Olson is down 2 gone in the bottom of the second for the Mets. So Harrison Bader, you can check the clip on our YouTube shorts. Bader took a pitch and slapped it down the line. It went foul, just literally by a couple feet. Then the next pitch, he sent a no-doubter into the bleachers. He was a big reason why the Mets won Game 1 of this series. Right now, we need him to keep this second inning alive. He's down 0-1 in the count. Swings and misses at a nasty changeup. Low. 2-2 count remains. The Mets rocking their City Connect jerseys here in this ball game.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I definitely like them. I like the meaning behind them. I think the City jerseys are a lot better this year than they were the year before. Ooh, I don't know what I was thinking swinging at that slider, but as I said, that slider is going to be trouble for most of the righties in this game. That time, it takes down Harrison Bader. The Mets still without a hit. We're headed to the third.
Leading off for Atlanta, the left fielder, Jared Kelman.
Kelnick is now your batter. The lefty steps in batting .315 on the young season. Count even at 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
This one going to be grounded to second base. Mauricio going to have to make a strong throw, and he does not. Mauricio just a little too cool in that situation. They're going to call it a base hit. Harris now grounds one, and it's going to get through. Now back-to-back hits for Atlanta. And the Mets in a tough spot here. Arcia now stepping into the box. All right, this one hit to Alonso. He'll go to second. They'll come back to first. Good coverage by David Peterson. 3-6-1 double play. How often do you see that? Let's take another look at it. Peterson makes a good throw on the sinker. It has to rush down to the base to retire Arcia, and he does it just in time. And the Mets now with a chance to get out of this inning, but it's a tough AB on the way against Ronald Acuna. Acuna flew out in the first. He's down 0-1. Pops this one to right. Stewart's there to catch it. And the Mets get out of any trouble after a good start to that inning by Atlanta. DJ Stewart will get his first at-bat in about 2 or 3 weeks after the injury. Mauricio and Nimmo follow him.
Leading up for the Mets, the right fielder, DJ Stewart.
In steps DJ Stewart. At one point, he was one of the league leaders in home runs, 7 on the year. Let's see if he'll continue his power display coming back from the injury. 1-1 count here against Chris Sale. There's that nasty slider again. 1-2 count. Nasty changeup sets down Stewart on strikes. 4th K of the game for Sale.
1-0.
In steps Ronnie Mauricio, batting in the 9th spot today. Has himself 9 runs batted in on the season. Also a very impressive 273 average. Has his name currently in the mix for NL Rookie of the Year. Fouls off a fastball right there. Tried to hold up my swing, but the ump said I went. And that fastball paints the bottom of the zone. Purcell now has 5 Ks in this game. He is on point right now. Ooh, what a bunt laid down by Brandon Nimmo. He's going to beat that throw to first. And the Mets get their first hit on a very, very well-timed bunt by Brandon Nimmo. That thing sat right on the line. Catcher tries to make the throw to first, but Nimmo is in there safely. So now a man on, instead Jeff McNeil. Drew a walk in his first at-bat. Takes a slider right there at the bottom of the zone for strike one. Fastball misses upstairs. This one slapped down the line, and it could be trouble. Could be a lot of trouble. I was thinking about going home, but we'll stay put at third. Mets now with 2 runners in scoring position after the Jeff McNeil double. Oh, man, I wish I'd have been running on that pitch. That one slapped down the line. It didn't stay still in the corner as that ball did against Starlin Marte earlier in the game. Either way, in steps Francisco Lindor. He takes strike one. Big RBI chance for Lindor in this ball game. He's 1 for 3 in the series. He had a double in game 1. Oh, probably should have been a little more patient in that bat. Make some good contact, but it's right to the first baseman Olsen, and the Braves are out of the inning. So the Mets do put some hits together in that inning, still unable to get any runs across the plate.
Leading off for Atlanta, the first baseman, Matt Olson.
Here comes Matt Olson.
Ball 1 ball, no strike.
This one hit down the first base line. First baseman to first baseman, Alonso makes the play, and Olson is retired. Ozzie Albies steps in now. Quickly an 0-2 count. Ooh, nice hit by Albies. So with 1 out, Braves going to put a man on first. Peterson been pretty decent so far. 42 pitches in the game. His 43rd should have been a strike, but it'll be called for ball 1. So we'll count Albies at first. Riley fouls that one off. This one hit to shallow right. Stewart not going to be able to get there in time. Albies going to go all the way to third. And now the Braves threatening something serious right here. Azuña steps in. He already has an RBI single in this game. He's going to take a sinker on the outside for ball 1. This one towered to center field. This is going to be super easy for Albies to tack on. He'll make it home safely. Braves now lead 2-0 after Ozuna drives in his second RBI, that time on a sac fly. Sean Murphy now up to the plate. He looks at a ball low. Nice strike right there from Peterson. Ooh, got Murphy to chase right there. 1-2 count. Murphy fouls off the slider. Mets trying to get out of this inning. 1-2 count. This one grounded to Lindor. He flips it to Mauricio. And that is the end of the inning. So we got one more stat for you. We're going to get back to this work here. Fourth inning coming up for the Mets.
Leading up for the Mets, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Oh, 1-0.
Late on that fastball. That was one I was hoping we could drive right there. Instead, it's fouled off into the bleachers. Alonso rolls over a changeup. It's going to go to third, and Austin Riley going to make the play. So how about this? We know Mr. Met, one of the greatest mascots in all of sports. One of my favorite mascots. I might be biased, but it is what it is. It's wild. In 1997, he went to the White House to, I guess, I don't know, the Mets didn't win a championship, so I'm not quite sure why Mr. Met was at the White House, but nonetheless, he was there, and Secret Service officials threatened Mr. Met. So we get a nasty check swing on that slider to Alvarez. Why? It's because his costume kept setting off metal detectors during a visit from President Clinton. So wait a minute, pardon me, I actually read that wrong. As I read that pitch wrong too, strike 3 on Francisco Alvarez. It's not that he went to the White House. President Clinton was visiting either Shea or wherever that is that they met up. Secret Service was sending him through the metal detectors, and he kept setting it off. And the mascot was told by snipers that he would go for the kill shot if he had any bad intentions. That is insane, bro. Mr. Met getting threatened by Secret Service agents is not something I had on my bingo card in history. Either way, we really need Starlin Marte to get a hit right here. 2-1 count. Make it 3-1. Harrison Bader's on deck. Marte with the hitter's advantage. There's another walk for Starlin Marte. It's 21st on the season. And that'll bring up Harrison Bader here. He struck out in the second.
Harrison Bader.
Bader, of course, very talented against lefties. For those of you who watched our New York Yankees franchise last season, Bader was our leadoff guy. Now hitting down in the 7th, 8th spot. Usually here with the Mets. Today at 7. There's that good hitting we talked about from Bader. 1-0 count and a base hit right up the middle. So now we got 2 men on, 2 men out. We got the power hitter DJ Stewart stepping into the box as we get another look at Bader putting a good swing on the baseball right there. DJ Stewart looks at ball 1. He struck out in the 3rd. Didn't really have a good at-bat. Already off to a better start here. 1-0 count.
Two balls, no strike.
That one upstairs.
Ball three.
The ball misses upstairs. 3-0 count. Ryan Mauricio on deck. Trying to think, should we give Stewart the green light here? Take a fastball for a strike. Whew.
Cancel.
Tough pitch to lay off, but we do just that. 3-2 count to Stewart. And Stewart goes down on strikes again. That time it's the slider that does him in. So Chris Sale has put runners in scoring position, but he is doing a good job keeping them away from the plate. 2-0 game.
Leading off for Atlanta, the left fielder, Jared Kelly.
Strike one.
All right, so Kelnick looks at strike one as Peterson gets ready for his 5th inning of work.
Nope, that's inside.
Kelnick gives a check swing. It's half-hearted. And then strike two. 1-2 count now.
Ball, ball.
Tough pitch to lay off. Curveball at the bottom of the zone for ball 2. Slider going to miss far away. Kelnick has now worked this count full. 3-2. Changeup fouled off. 3-2 again. This one hit to the first baseline. Peterson in a foot race. And he'll make it to the base and retire the first out here.
The center fielder, Michael.
So, when it comes to the team and seeing if I need to add anything, because I like making trades in MLB The Show. The trades are pretty reasonable most times. I think we could use like a DH. We could really use a good DH. Have an everyday guy for that position. But my opinion on that may change if DJ Stewart is able to keep playing the way that he does. 0-2 count to Harris is swung on and missed. Alvarez will throw it down to first. And that's another K for Peterson in the second out here in this inning. This one bloop to right. DJ Stewart makes a shoestring catch, and the Mets retire the Braves in the 5th. Due up for the Mets is Mauricio, Nimmo, and McNeil. MNM. 2-0 Braves. All right, start Mauricio off with a fastball right down Broadway. Another fastball in there for the strike. 73 pitches thrown for Sale to this point. Starting to get a little tired. Starting to hit the zone a lot, too. All 3 of those pitches were strikes, in the zone. It looks like he got hurt on that play. I pressed X a little too quickly. I didn't mean to do that, but yeah, I think Chris Sale got hurt. Aaron Bummer, now your pitcher, is still a 0-2 count in this at bat, but Sale, who was probably going to come out of the game shortly anyway, now comes out of the game indefinitely after injuring himself. So Bummer comes in and retires Mauricio. Instead, it's Brandon Nimmo now.
1 ball, no strike.
Slurve misses way upstairs and out of the zone. As we get a look at the pitch repertoire for Aaron Bummer. Sinker, slurve, cutter, fastball, as well as the circle change. Right there is the sinker. Strike one here. Okay, we got a good swing on this baseball. So it's stay in the park. It's going to bounce off the fence. Michael Harris will get it back to the infield. But that is a that is a stand-up double, the 11th of the season for Brandon Nimmo. Let's take another look at that perfect swing. Sends that one for a ride. It bounces high off the wall. And the Mets find themselves with a runner in scoring position with one out here as Jeff McNeil steps into the box. McNeil doubled earlier in this game. On one pitch. Hit deep out there to right. And Acuna's going to make the catch. Nimmo will tag and move his way down to third base. Here comes Francisco Lindor now as he looks to keep things hot for the Mets in this inning. Mr. Met hyping the fans up. Okay, that's my first time hearing that chant. MVP chants going for Francisco Lindor. One count. Two one now after that pitch misses low. Aaron Bummer coming into the game in this fifth inning after Chris Sale comes up injured. 3-1 count now to Lindor. Let's get some arms going in the bullpen. There you see we do have Edwin Diaz available for tonight's game should he be needed. That was a high pitch to chase. It was a good pitch to chase. Francisco Lindor, they chanted MVP, and it is well deserved because Francisco Lindor just continues to have clutch hitting for this Mets ball club. Now tied with the team lead with 13 home runs. That ties up the man who's coming out to the plate now, Pete Alonso. Mets tied the game at 2 apiece on the opposite field home run from Francisco Lindor. That one was a long ways out of here. So Chris Sale comes out of the game in this inning. And immediately the Mets strike. It is a 2-2 game now. Pete Alonso steps in 0 for 2 on the day, 0 for 6 in the series. Perfect time for him to come through with a hit right here. Keep this inning alive. 2 gone in the bottom of the 5th. Oh, 2 count to Alonso. Not the best pitch to chase it right there. It's hit to second base, and Albies will retire the side. Francisco Alvarez continues what has been a stellar start to 2024. Boom. 2-run shot. All of a sudden, the Mets and Braves are tied at Citi Field.
Leading off for the Braves, the right fielder, number 13, Ronald Acuna Jr.
It says Acuna. This will probably be the last inning of work for David Peterson. Starts off Acuna with a fastball. In there for a strike. Made the count 0-2. 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. Alvarez throws this one down the line. And it's another K for Peterson. 4th of the game. So you get another look at the swing and a miss from Acuna on the pitch in the dirt. Great block right there from Francisco Alvarez. Instead, Matt Olson. Lefty-lefty matchup. This one hit down the line. Is it going to stay fair is the question. Just barely foul. That would have been trouble. Let's get another look at this one. Olsen pops this one up. If it stays fair, that is a lot of trouble. Oh, barely. Just barely. You see the dirt fly up. I'm talking about a game of inches is baseball. There you see why. 0-1 count now nonetheless to Olsen. Fouls off a curveball out of the zone. Pardon me. David Peterson, 0-2 count against Olsen. The pitch is grounded to second base. Mauricio fields it. And that'll be the second out.
Second baseman. Ozzie Albies.
Was gonna bring in an arm right here, but we'll let Albies face Peterson. Mauricio picks up the grounder as the shift was on right there, and the Mets get out of the inning unscathed. Francisco Alvarez, Starlin Marte, Harrison Bader due up for the Queens Kings.
Leading up for the Mets.
Like we always do at this time, John Shambi and Chris Singleton are not your commentators. It's only me, B.I.Z. Check out my music, Beisbol. Check out the album Sunrise, the single Flowers, the single Ebenezer. There's a music video out there right now for Ebenezer. Check all that stuff out on Bringing You Classics Entertainment, BYC ENT. Right here, right now, you're watching BYC Gaming. The Mets are tied with the Braves. Whether you're watching this live or on the playback, we appreciate you. 1-1 count. One-two count. Bummer making some good pitches, especially that sinker right there. 1-2 count to Alvarez remains. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Good job staying alive here from Alvarez. Alvarez has some really good at-bats this season. Probably one of the main reasons he's been able to draw 21 walks, which is among the leaders on the team. Slurve was right where I wanted it, but very tough to time right there. Count still 1-2. Count now 2-2. Let's go ahead and bring in the new arm, which would be Austin Adams. Alvarez still finds himself in a 2-2 pitch. We're in a 2-2 game. Alvarez slashed one down the line, but that is a great play made by Austin Riley. Robbing Alvarez up a single right there. That is Gold Glove activity right there. Nice play. All right, instead of Starlin Marte. Marte has drawn a walk in this game. Right here, he's going to ground out the second. 2 away that quickly.
The center fielder, number 44, Harrison Bader. Oh.
Bader takes the slurve on the inside part of the plate. Now it's a slurve that misses. 2-0 count. Bader going to hit this one into the gap. It's going to go to the wall. Mets got a man on second with 2 outs in the 6th. Bader known for his speed. Bader also known for hitting very well against lefties. His second hit off of a left-handed arm in this game. And all the lefties that the Braves have to offer, they have all struggled against Harrison Bader in this series. DJ Stewart now stepping in. Big opportunity for the Mets to take this lead here.
1 ball, no strike.
That one's in the dirt. Good job by Murphy. Blocking that low pitch. 2 strikeouts in this game for Stewart. Like I said, still getting his rhythm back. Coming off of the injured list. Right now, he could really use one of those clutch hits that he has been bringing for us in this season.
Ball.
Currently in a 2-0 count. That pitch had me fooled. Looked like a fastball going right down the middle. That late action proves that it's a sinker. 2-1 count. Make the count 3-1. Ronnie Mauricio, who's a .353 hitter with runners in scoring position. He's on deck. Stewart with the hitter's count. Bader takes the lead off second. Thought about giving chase to that slurve. We'll lay off of it. We'll do 3-2 here. I put a good swing on it too. I wonder what would have happened if I swung at that. Oh, 3rd strikeout on the day for DJ Stewart. Aaron Bummer gets out of a big situation, and it's a bummer for us. And if you're a Met fan, 2 runs, 6 hits for both teams. We're headed to the 7th, tied up. That'll be the end of the day for David Peterson. He threw a really good game, all things considered. Just gave up a couple clutch hits to Marcelo Zuna, and that'll come back to haunt us. Hopefully not. Hoping that is not the case. Speaking of haunted, I will be haunted by that pitch. Austin Riley sends one out of here, and the Braves take a 3-2 lead here in the 7th. 364 feet. And it's a home run for Riley and the Braves. That one was just too much of the plate right there. That one caught way too much of the plate right there. You see the plane flying high, as did that Austin Adams fastball. So Adams comes into the game, instantly gives up the leading run. No. Now Marcelo Zuna, who has 2 RBIs in this game, one coming from a single, the other from a sac fly, stepping into the box. He's ahead 2-0 quickly. Adams had a 4-1 record coming into this game. This start right here, or this appearance right here, is not going to help that much at all. Zuna takes a strike. Make it 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch from Adams. Fouled off by Marcel. We'll do 3-2 once again. All of a sudden, Adams now getting tired. Throwing a lot of pitches here against Zuna. This is the 9th pitch of the at-bat on the way. And it's going to be a walk. So Adams gives up a home run and gives up a 9-pitch walk. This one popped to center field. Harrison Bader there. He'll make the catch. Throw it back into the infield. Just one out. In steps Kelnick now. 1 for 2 on the day for him. Takes a slider that touches the outside part of the plate. for a strike.
No, that's a ball.
Fastball just misses right there. 1-1 count.
No, that's a ball.
Kelnick looks like he wants to give chase to some of these pitches, but he's holding up. 2-1 count.
No, ball 3.
Just that fast. It is now 3-1. Crowd becoming a bit restless with the Mets now. Another one popped to center. Bader going to get under this one. And that will be the second out of the inning. As long as we can get out of this inning without giving up any more runs, I can accept that. Harris takes a 89-mile-per-hour slider right over the plate for strike 1. This time he slaps one to right. DJ Stewart gives chase, and he's under it to retire this side. But Austin Riley puts one into the seats, and the Braves regain the lead. It's now 3-2 as we stretch in the 7th.
Now pitching for Atlanta, number 68, Tyler Matzik. Leading up for the Mets, the second baseman, Robbie Mauricio.
1 ball, no strike.
Ronnie Mauricio, now your hitter, as we get a look at Murphy and Iglesias throwing in the bullpen for Atlanta. Mauricio, your 9-hitter. We'll also see Nemo and McNeil in this inning. Mauricio 0 for 2 in this game. Aaron Bummer doing a really good job since coming into the game for the Braves. Now Matzik comes in, gets the first out of the inning. Instead of Nemo, we got another lefty on the hill. If you haven't noticed. One count to Nemo. That count now even. 94-mile-per-hour four-seamer. This is downstairs. Whew. That fastball had a little bite on it, man. 1-2 count to Nemo here. And that slider has been giving us trouble all day. Another man sat down on strikes from that slider. It's now Jeff McNeil going to step into the box. Fastball misses away. Fastball, slider, and curveball are the pitches for Matzik. Two 0 count to McNeil. McNeil has that double on the day. Now on a 3-0 count. Lindor, the man on deck. He had a 2-run home run in the 5th inning. Wow. Generous call on strike 3 right there. That's going to be the end of the night for Matzik. It's now Reynaldo Lopez comes into the game. He does have a hold on the season. Right now, the tying run is the game leading run stepping up to the plate. The go-ahead run. Francisco Lindor into the box now. Takes a fastball inside for strike 1. It's the first right-hander we'll see all day so far. Let's see what Lopez does here against Lindor. 1-0 count. Make it 2-0. Jeff McNeil on first base. Took a power swing right there. Just way too early on that one. 2-1 count. Good pitch from Lopez. Lindor can't do anything with that fastball on the outside part of the plate. And the Braves get out of the inning. Arcia steps in, and that's going to lead to us putting in Phil Bickford. See his numbers on the season in the 18 games he's pitched. Bickford going to have to face a tough part of the lineup right here. As we get Adam Ottavino going in the bullpen as well. This is going to be a shallow blooper to right. That'll be a base hit. So the Braves have their leadoff man on. Here comes Acuna. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Acuna struck out in his last at bat. In the 6th, the runner was going there. That one backs Acuna off the plate a bit. Swinging a miss. Acuna able to foul up the changeup. 2-2 count remains. That one foul down the line. 2-2 count.
Okay.
Damn. Just missed with that one. No outs, 3-2 count. We'll do it again. This is a great at-bat from Acuna. Mets trying to get out of this inning unscathed. And finally, we get the strikeout there on the fastballs. We put it past Acuna. 1 out. Now we got to deal with Matt Olson. He hit a double earlier in this game. He takes a changeup for ball 1. This one grounded to second, but Mauricio can't make the play. Arcia is going to try for third. Bader's going to make the throw, but it's not going to be in time. Runners are now at the corners for the Braves. Thought we had a chance at the double play right there, but it was not to be. Albies steps in. He fouls off the first pitch that he sees. Albies sends this one for a ride. Harrison Bader's got a long way to go to get there. And the Mets all of a sudden find themselves down by 4 runs as Ozzie Albies hits his 4th home run of the season and puts the Mets in a tough spot here late in this game. Braves got to celebrate this one. They're giving it to the Mets. Clutch hitting all throughout this game so far. And that swing by Albies, no different at all. Gets that one to deep left, and it's out of here. So now Bickford has nobody on base. The bases have been cleared. Now the focus shifts to Austin Riley, who's down 0-2 in the count.
1-2.
Bickford misses with that one. 1-2 count remains. We'll do it all over again here.
That's a ball.
Can't get Riley to chase. But we do get him to chase a 96-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball. And that'll be the second out here. Marcell Ozuna comes in. Still 1 for 1 on the day, 2 RBIs. He's going to ground this one to Mauricio, who makes a throw to first. And that's the end of the inning from the Braves. But not before Ozzie Albies puts one into the seats and puts the Braves up 6-2 as we head to the bottom of the 8th. All right, here comes Pete Alonso. 0 for 3 in today's game. Definitely don't want to give up. We know the Mets can put up a lot of runs in a short period of time. Not with efforts like that, though. 1-1 count remains to Pete. Nasty slider.
1 ball.
Swing and a miss.
2 balls.
All right, Alonso finds himself in a 2-2 count. Make it 3-2. Francisco Alvarez is on deck. Alonso gives chase to the fastball, fouls it over the Braves dugout. Full count payoff pitch on the way. Alonso going to watch that 100-mile-per-hour fastball go on the outside part of the plate and beat ball 4. Here comes Alvarez now. If the Mets are going to come back, it's got to start here in this 8th. Swing and a miss from Alvarez on that pitch makes it 0-1 count. A little late on this one. Michael Harris going to make the easy catch in center field. And that'll be 1 out. Marte takes one on the inside part of the plate for a strike. Crowd doesn't like it at all. Nonetheless, 0-1 count. Alonso on first. Marte holds back from swinging at that one. 1-1 count. Marte puts a good swing on. Oh my goodness, he caught it. And Pete Alonso's going to get doubled up here relatively easy. I definitely thought that was out of here or at least off the wall. Instead, it is caught in left field and the Mets are doubled up as we head to the 9th now. I'm going to be honest, man. This is one of those games where we just don't have it today, man. It's not our game. As a throw to second, if he would have fielded that on time, may have had a chance to get Murphy at second. Instead, the Braves get another leadoff runner on base. Is that Jared Kelnick steps in. Phil Bickford really having a rough time in this game. I was hoping to leave him in for the rest of the 9th, but he can't even throw a strike right now. We really need arms to be conserved. We got some big games coming up against Philly. And, of course, this series here with the Braves. 3-2 count now as Bickford gets back settled somewhat. Going to get it grounded to short. Murphy's going to retreat to second. And that'll be the first out here. So right now, the Braves are the other wild card team. Us, Atlanta, and Cincinnati are your wild card competitors. Alonso had a long way to run for that one, but he still gets Michael Harris out on that play. Here comes Arcia. Thankful that Bickford able to get those 2 outs. Now let's see if he can get Arcia and get out of this inning. Bader giving chase and makes the catch. So potentially saving even more runs from scoring in that inning is Bickford. But either way, Bader, Stewart, and Mauricio are the last licks for the Mets in the 9th.
Now pitching for Atlanta, number 52, Dylan Lee.
All right, Dylan Lee is your pitcher here. Another lefty. Harrison Bader going to be the first man he faces. Bader swings at the first pitch that he sees. And it's a weak fly out to third. I was going to pinch hit and bring in Tyrone Taylor, but let's just go ahead and go with Stewart here. Stewart fouls off the first pitch fastball. 7 home runs on the season. Most of those coming in a short stretch in April.
Strike!
0-2 count. Stewart has 3 Ks on the day, so we definitely got to try to avoid that right here.
Strike!
Well, what's that? I guess a golden sombrero, isn't it? For 4th K of the game for Stewart there. And I can be honest and say I haven't been playing MLB as much as I usually do. It's showing right now in this game as we struggle to put base runners on. Mauricio is going to hit a solo home run right here, so maybe I'm not as rusty as I thought. Raise the apple as Ronnie Mauricio hits his 2nd home run of the season. And now the Mets cut the lead down to 6-3. Good swing by Mauricio. Now that'll bring up the top of the order. After the 2nd home run of the year for the Yanks. The Yanks, wow, nasty work. I'm telling you, these pinstripes is throwing me off. But 2nd home run of the year for the Mets. Star second baseman is he's definitely showing a lot of potential. That was a good swing right there, putting that one out. 4-12. Now here comes AJ Minter as Atlanta not going to take any chances there with Lee potentially blowing a save. Swing and a miss from Brandon Nimmo. 2 for 4 on the day. Got a double as well as a single. Another swing and a miss on that nasty cutter. And the Mets are down to their final strike here. 0-2 count. That one misses on the inside part of the plate. 1-2 count to Nimmo. Make it 2-2 now. Got me to chase that one. I don't know what I was thinking. But that is going to be the end of the game. The Mets are going to take a loss today to the Atlanta Braves. This was a pretty darn good performance by Atlanta. At the plate, on the mound. They did what they were supposed to do, and they come up victorious. AJ Minter gets his 7th save of the season. Aaron Bummer, who didn't deserve the win. He did come in and do well, but that was a good game by Chris Sale, you know. And Bummer's going to get the win because of the amount of innings he pitched and how he held it together for Atlanta. Well, thank you for holding it down with yours truly, Beisbol, here on BYC Gaming. We appreciate all of y'all for tapping in, whether live or on the playback. Salute to everybody out there, whether you're a Mets fan or just a baseball fan in general. Hope you enjoyed the game. We'll be back soon with more streams on MLB The Show and much more. Again, I am Biz. This is BYC Gaming. Peace, love. We gone.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon for the victorious Atlanta Braves. 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They left 5 runners on base. For the Mets, 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors. They left 8 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 10 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon at Citi Field, 41,922. The Mets thank you for your continued support and remind you to please get home safely.